Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. I'm Dean.
I'm Brian.
And I am Nick. And if you're new here, we are three friends from three different generations talking about all things pop culture. We can also be found on Facebook and YouTube under Convincing Idiots. That is the name of the show.
Because I did not say that, so that's
right.
Good
that is the name of the show. It's Convincing Idiots. We are also on Instagram at Convincing_idiots and on Twitter at Convincing Idiot singular. So be sure to check us out on all of those things. Please like, subscribe, interact, talk to us, do whatever you like. Rate, review. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you really like it, hit that subscribe button. Smash it. Smash it. So, what are we talking about today, boys?
Well, as it's coming to the end of 2020, obviously a lot of good things about that, getting past this year filled with, the pandemic and everything else. But, we thought we'd just... something in the news about some virus or something like that.
Something about pandas. They're kind of rising up, and it's a big thing.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Thank God, because I killed one earlier. I didn't know. I didn't know it was a problem. It was walking down the street. It looked at me wrong. We kind of exchanged some words, and all right, now I don't feel so bad. I was just doing my civic duty. All right,
they're cultivating a small military, and it's becoming a bit of an issue.
I might need to hide out for a while, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, Brian.
Yeah. A nice smooth segue again.
That's what we do.
Yeah. No, so we thought we'd just talk about, obviously a lot of challenges in 2020, but, it wasn't all terrible. I mean, we definitely had some fun pop culture things still come out with TV shows, not many movies. So we thought we'd kind of talk about just, what are some of our favorite things of 2020 pop culture wise, and then we'll get into other topics as well. And just kind of a end of year / New Year riff is what we're doing today.
Yeah, I'd say in a nutshell, 2020 has been a bit of a dog shit sandwich, but at least everyone got our podcast out of it. Established 2020. So, I mean, there's a bright spot for everyone, I think. We can agree.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it is something that we, as we talked about on our pilot episode, this is something we talked about in Dean's backyard years ago. How much fun it would be to, excuse me, my voice is changing. How much fun it would be to...
You're becoming a man now.
It was so long ago. He was giving an example of what he sounded like back then. That's how long ago.
That's right. I was trying to. I got it down pretty pat there. I think
his nuts were dropping. It was
Gee willikers, Dean. That sounds like a grand idea.
Yeah.
I really think that would be swell.
Do you think my mom will let me out of the basement though?
Mom, get out of here. No, but it's something we talked about doing a long time ago. So I am glad that we did that, and frankly. Doing this show each week is one of my highlights to connect with you guys. And even though we prefer to be in person, but it is nice to connect, and it's a lot of fun here. So yeah, definitely one of the highlights for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can listen and back and mainly watch back. And the surprising thing is we've only done one show together.
Yeah, in person, really.
In person, we did the first show together, and then
that's right.
This whole plague started, and we all got stuck inside.
Yeah, that's right. So we've done, we've kind of evolved a little bit with, doing things strictly over the phone mics, and trying to figure that out, and the headsets a little bit, and we'll continue to evolve. And so, we hope you guys enjoy it out there. But
I'd say we've really adapted very quickly to. I mean, our first show was like mid to end October.
Mm-hmm. It was.
So it's literally been like 2 months, and it feels like it's been longer than that. Like we've done a lot more than that. Granted, the three of us have known each other for a long time, but it's just feels like we've been at this for longer than that. But yeah, I mean, we've really, like all our promo things and stuff of any pictures of the three of us together that we used for the show was taken on the very first night we filmed, and that was it.
And the surprising thing is, I mean, well, I guess not surprising. I mean, repetitive does constitute it, but 2 out of 3 of us just keep getting better.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, Brian and I are students of the game, as they say. We never stop learning. We never stop getting better.
All right,
No,
so
one thing I am going to do. I know we will do, future resolution, later in the show. But one thing that happens in next year, sometime next year, we have to do a show together, right? I mean, in theory,
that's a goal. Yeah, that's on the list.
Our first show back, we do it the whole time, no matter what. We're all holding hands, whole entire show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like
that makes sense, because I mean we still see each other, and it's nice for us to interact this way, but we're missing out on a lot of intimacy with one another by being in the same room and staring deeply into one another's eyes in person.
Yeah,
it's not.
I miss
same.
that.
Yeah,
I miss you.
I miss you. I miss all of you. I miss the glare of my eyeballs staring at Brian off of his glasses. That's what I miss.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
What I
Smelling
don't
my,
miss is
Bath and Body Works wash.
It's got to be a lot better smell than a 9-year-old that just farted right next to me while doing the show, and while he's sitting in front of the heater. So that's fun.
God, does your 9-year-old's butt smell like sour milk?
Sour something, maybe cabbage, maybe.
Cabbage, okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
And when heated up, that definitely doesn't make it any better. So
no.
All right. Well, your son's farts does sounds like it's not one of the highlights of 2020.
Not at all. Not at all.
And we also established on a prior episode, Dean, that your sister's cooking probably didn't make the list either.
Because they smell the same, actually.
I'm telling her that you said that. You raved over the roast. In fact, you picked her roast over my chili that night. So
I'll deny.
Don't even give me that shit. I know my chili's fucking bomb. So that's
I'll deny.
Not even an issue.
You have no proof that I said this.
That's true. She'll never listen to this. I can't even get her to I can't get her to subscribe. I'm like, just hit the button. You don't even have to listen. Just give us a subscribe. It's like I don't listen to podcasts. I'm like, can you just hit the button, please? It's difficult.
Did she ever subscribe? Did she ever subscribe? No,
I don't think so. No.
I let you do this downstairs.
Right.
That's it. That's right. That is what
that's the amount of subscribing I will do to this.
That's right. I'll keep the boys relatively away for the most part. But
actually, I'm in the basement, and the light fixture above me is rattling because they're trampling around like moose upstairs. So I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Feels like an earthquake.
Well, real quick, before we go any further, I do want to give another shout out to the mysterious and wonderful millennial Santa, who, as you saw in the beginning of this video, we cheersed with our brand new Convincing Idiot glasses.
Yes, very nice.
Millennial Santa strikes again.
And
that's right.
Yep.
Also, right there behind you here, we also not only got the pint glasses, but we got these giant mugs.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're super thirsty, sometimes shows can run long.
That's true.
So there you go.
Yeah, we've actually had a couple fans, bless their hearts, out there ask us about merch. We wore our Convincing Idiots T-shirts that Dean worked with Robin to make for us, and then certainly the glasses here from Millennial Santa. So thank you for the interest out there. We're not selling anything as of yet, so if and when we do, we'll certainly keep you posted. But the fact that even a couple people asked about it, we greatly appreciate that.
So
Robin, that's really cool.
Robin was the muscle behind the shirts, and she was the muscle behind the glasses, correct?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
yeah.
Robin's Millennial Santa. I think we just figured this out.
To bring the story full circle for those that don't know, our official merch girl is the one that I can't get subscribed to the podcast. Same person. She'll make the merch, but no.
Sweet irony.
Has she listened for 10 seconds or longer?
I don't know. I think she's probably heard it when Lane listens. My son Lane listens to it.
She has. She was the time she was standing next to you while you were doing it.
Yeah,
that's true. She was here one time.
She heard it.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yep. Yeah.
Very good. All right, so back to 2020. So what were some of your favorite movies or TV shows or something like that? So no rhyme or reason, no list, just what are some of the favorite things of this year, guys? So Nick, why don't you start us out? What's one of your favorite shows?
So I mean, we can all agree. And we've done an entire, we went probably 2 hours talking about Star Wars on our first episode.
That's right.
Obviously, I think we can all agree, and most Star Wars fans, I've only found like one that doesn't like it so far. But everybody pretty much across the board loves The Mandalorian, and season 2 was no exception. I mean, it was incredible. It was, I mean, those are the last 4 episodes I probably have watched each 3 times. I mean, it's been fantastic. It's, the Ahsoka episode was probably my favorite. I could just watch that as a standalone movie, just over that's that one isolated
It was like
episode.
a mini like ninja warrior,
kind of like a samurai kind of.
Yes.
The way that they met. Well, I don't know how in detail we should go over this if people are still catching up, but there's a battle scene where they're in that garden-esque kind of setting. And there's a battle involving Ahsoka, and like you said, it kind of reminded me of like some sort of samurai kind of showdown, one-on-one.
Let's just say here that everything we're going to talk about, there's a spoiler alert. Okay,
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yes.
If anybody has not seen The Mandalorian by now, that's fine. Pause. Definitely do yourself a favor. Get Disney Plus. If you get Disney Plus strictly for that show, if you're a remote Star Wars fan, you will enjoy that show.
And tell them we sent
$7 a month, right?
Use the promo code Convincing Idiots and receive nothing extra off. But please know that we appreciate that you listened.
That's right. Maybe you'll get a blast someday.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
And the take into consideration that this random Convincing Idiots podcast. Now, if you're listening to us and you haven't seen The Mandalorian, I'm not sure why you're listening to us. This seems like
why are you here?
This is right. I mean, that's kind of like on the top of nerd culture at this point in time right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that would work, but if you
maybe they're here because they're Kiss fans.
Could be.
That's a valid point.
But yeah, but you're right. There's a lot. Jon Favreau for that show does. It's nice to see that's something done by a true
Star Wars fan,
fan, right? So
yeah,
he clearly understands that. One could appeal to the. What's actually interesting that our dynamic even on this show. So from my, and Dean. Somewhat, you're growing up with the original trilogy, right?
Right.
Giving us some things that we like with Boba Fett and other things, to certainly appealing to fans of the animated series and the new characters on this show. I mean, he's really done a nice job, pulling everything together.
You finally got to see the badass that the only thing you had was a rumor of how Boba Fett was. You finally got to see that badass.
Right.
Did you guys see the behind the scenes episode that just came out?
No.
The making of? Watch it. It's fantastic. First
is
of all,
that the gallery thing that's on Disney Plus? Gallery?
This year, because of COVID, they only have one episode. And it's just a general behind the scenes. But they explain how I can't remember his name right now, but the guy who plays Boba Fett, he comes from some island, right? Like a Samoa Island, in that region.
Samoa Island?
Yeah, like the islands of Samoa.
Okay. Is there one called Samoa Island?
I think it's called the island of Samoa. I mean, in fact, regardless, that's the least important part of this.
I'm sorry, it just sounded like, Paradise Island or something, like Samoa Island.
But the Samoan Islands, I think that I believe the Samoan Islands are made up of a few different islands, and he's from one of them. Anyways,
so which one? The Samoan one. Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
You're lucky you're so pretty. You know that?
Go. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
Slap my dick about. So I would.
Is that the name of the island? Slap my dick. Samoa. Slap my dick.
Yeah, that's right. Slap my dick upside your head. Now, anyways, the fighting style that they gave him is his fighting style from like his culture. So with the gaffy stick, I guess he requested, because normally if you looked in the original trilogy, the gaffy stick was half of the size that the one he used in the season 2. He requested it to be longer so he could do the whole flipping and hitting, and he could watch, the different, just the style that he fought in that's his and his culture. So I thought that was kind of interesting on that.
That's cool.
Yeah, when they first when he made a brief cameo in a prior episode, the Boba Fett without his armor and stuff like that. I was telling Allie, her and I become great fans of that together. But I'm like, oh my God, that's Boba Fett right there. Oh my God, and and then when I saw Slave One for the first time fly out there, I said the kid in me right now is just going nuts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Going nuts. When he came out and had the armor on and shot the missile off his backpack and
wasn't even kidding me. I was jumping up and down. Like I'm in the chair just punching my fist and screaming. Man, I marked out like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. Now I don't know about you guys, but for me, I really enjoyed like the shots inside the Slave One in the episode where they're in, and I'm like, how cool!
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the inside of the Slave One. I mean, you've seen it take off before, and you've seen Boba. You know where the cockpit is, you know where the loading is, where they bring in Han and Carbonite. But like to see an inside set shot of them inside the Slave One was like super cool for me. I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Because I always had that question of like, if it starts here, comes up, and then it comes here, you have wherever you're sitting, you're going to be upside down at a certain point. But it shows the inside rotation. There's a mechanism that rotates that general area where they were sitting. That way, they were always upright. That was badass.
So I had a toy of a Slave One when I was a kid. These were the late 90s when they started re-releasing Star Wars toys or whatever, and they came out with everybody and everything, and I had a Slave One. And in my head, that was the only way I knew that Boba Fett was positioned in the Slave One. And in it, as it's sitting down and you've got the tail, out to the side, there's like a little platform where you place the figure and it clamps him in at the waist, and then he slides up. And then you rotate it up, so he's kind of standing up in place in this platform. And my children and I have random conversations all the time about like, what ship would you want to drive? Who would you want to be? Whatever. So commonly I'm asked what Star Wars ship would I want to pilot if I had my choice. And it's always between Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and the Slave One. And my drawback's always like, I don't know if I want to stand up though, like in the Slave One, like it's like the Mantis at Cedar Point or something. Like, I don't know if I want to stand the whole time. And he's like, no, you don't stand, you sit. And then in that, I was like, well, you were proven right. He clearly sits down. It's actually like a whole area that like there's other people sitting around. It's very cool.
But most 9-year-olds are right, or probably more correct when talking to you, right?
Yeah, I get proven wrong a lot by grade school children, actually.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So now, what did you think about the again, spoiler alert, so we know that Sweet Baby Joe, very nice, yeah.
Because this might have come along with this in the gift package from Millennial Santa.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He's not going to bring stuff to you, without libations to go along with it.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. He ain't no tease.
Mm-mm.
So
Sorry,
when the
Brian.
that's okay. So when is it Grogu, right?
Grogu. Yep. Grogu. Yes.
When Grogu summons a Jedi, I mean, there's all kinds of rumors of they could bring an entirely new Jedi, new to the storyline. But
okay, real quick,
go ahead.
Pause, real quick. Now is where we will give the serious spoiler alert.
Yeah, if
you have not watched the last 4 episodes of The Mandalorian season 2, turn us off or fast forward a good 5 minutes, whatever. We are going to spoil the last 3-4 episodes of Mandalorian season 2. So, sorry, Brian. But what happens at the end of this is huge, and I would be pissed if I got it spoiled on me. So, I'm going to give that off. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's a good call.
Yeah, fair enough. So, when they brought Luke in, what did you think? Was that exciting? Was that something? Was it sort of a why are they continuing to bring in the Skywalker again? I mean, what was your?
I normally don't get erections for other men, but when I saw him...
That's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. You're actually disrespecting Mark Hamill and the character of Luke Skywalker by saying that, because it's a lie.
And Brian.
And Brian.
Look at that fucking beard. Oh,
Mhm.
all right,
Okay.
there we go again. All right.
Mhm.
All
Yep.
right, let me adjust here.
It's out.
You still can't see it through my pants.
I know it's there though. That's what counts. I know it's there.
Yeah, Brian, I freaked out. Just the way they wanted you to experience it with the it's just a single X-wing. You're like, okay, and then Carter, my son, is sitting on the couch and he goes, look at the droid in the back. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, and then from then on, you knew it was him.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Mhm.
It was a slow build because you see the one X-wing, and when she even says, she goes, one X-wing, great, we're saved.
Right.
But you're like, it's
I thought
an
it was
X-wing.
the gray bearded guy from the previous few episodes.
Mhm. Okay, yeah.
I thought that was gonna be him because they kind of positioned him to be kind of the guy that's gonna be around.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That happened, and then when you see the, I don't remember what you see first. I think it's just the figure in the cloak, and you're like,
Mhm.
and I mean, my son Lane was watching it too, and same age as Carter, and he's like getting all excited. He's like, do you think that's him? Do you think that's Luke? Do you think it? And I'm like, it kind of seems like it would be. And then, I mean, he's like, robot hand, that's
Yep.
his hilt, that's the hilt of his lightsaber. And like,
Mhm.
it just piles on. Now my big thing was like, I was curious because
How they're gonna do the face.
I mean,
Yep.
one of my favorite things about Rogue One was what they did with Carrie Fisher, with Princess Leia, and Grand Moff Tarkin as well,
Mhm.
with the incredible job of
Yes.
how realistic the CGI
Especially
was.
Especially Tarkin.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Mhm.
But I wondered. I mean, I know it's Disney and I know it's Star Wars, but I'm like, are they gonna go all? Are they gonna do that? Are they gonna all out like with this character, or is it gonna stay mysterious? Is he gonna have the hood up and you're gonna know it's him and you might see his
I
mouth?
kind of thought that's what they were gonna do.
I didn't think when he did, and there was a whole scene with him there and talking, and it was just
that's
incredible.
That Mark Hamill actually doing the voice, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah.
When R2D2 comes out, I mean, that was really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's a rumor they're making a Luke Skywalker series now. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
I don't know if I want to see that for a whole season or a whole
Yeah.
series. You know what I mean? The computer generated. I don't know.
I mean, the whole saga is his story. I mean, how
Right.
much more on him
It'd be
do I
another
need
guy.
to see?
Be another guy playing Luke is the rumor. It's the same guy playing.
kind of like Solo with
No, it would be Sebastian Stan
guy
from
playing Winter Soldier.
yeah.
Hmm.
Because if you put those two next to each other, the picture of young Mark Hamill and Sebastian Stan, it's a spitting image.
Yeah.
I first heard, before even Winter Soldier, Mark Hamill would put on Instagram talking about and calling him my son. And honestly, I didn't know any different. I didn't know who the actor was. I just saw this guy. I'm like, wow, his son really looks like him. But turns out it's not his son.
Oh. Yeah.
But spitting image. I honestly, until he started pulling up and you saw the computerized chin, I was assuming it was going to be Sebastian.
Yeah.
And they pulled that hood back.
Yeah.
And I would have been okay with that too.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say I feel that I know when Disney took over for Star Wars and they announced all these rumors of all these plans and all these series and all the, I don't know about you guys, and I love Star Wars, but there's something that concerned me about too much content. Like, I don't know what
Do you
just
still feel that way?
a little. Like, I'm not concerned about it because of anything I've seen other than the most three recent movies. But if the Mandalorian is any indication, I mean, certainly the Star Wars universe is vast, and there's a lot of different things you could expand on, and a lot of different routes you could go. And I'm here for it. But there's certain things like, I mean, I don't want it to become like present day wrestling, where it's like we're gonna keep bringing back all the old guys because you care about them the most. You know what I mean? Like, I like to leave some things where they are. Like, I don't know if I.
There's a group of those shows that are going to interact. They're going to kind of act like the Marvel universe, to where like all these they're happening kind of at the same time, so they're telling the same story. Excuse me, just bigger picture, and then they'll come to like fight Thrawn. You know what I mean? You know, whoever they. I'm assuming Thrawn's going to be the bad guy in for Ahsoka's, because that's who she's looking for.
Right.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Clone Wars or anything, but Thrawn is one of the main villains then. So
yeah.
But yeah, from my understanding is that could be how it works. Is like all of these different shows are going to kind of work within each other and kind of kind of synergize and mesh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I am very excited for the Ahsoka series, though, especially after that one episode. It just
she's badass.
My son was pretty disappointed because he was. We knew she was going to be in it somewhere, but when she did finally show up, and then when the episode's ending and it's kind of like she's taken off, he was pretty bummed. He's like, "That's it? Just one episode?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little bummed too." But then it was like the very week after where they came out with all their plans for and that she's going to have her own series and stuff like that.
They knew people are going to be upset.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they worked like that.
Yeah.
Brian, which one are you looking forward to out of the list coming up?
I am. The Boba Fett series has me very intrigued. The teaser Brian, they had there.
What did you think about that last scene there?
Yeah, I mean that
Marvel-esque.
That was really cool, and I can't think of her name, but I like the actress who plays his sidekick. I mean, she's been in other shows and all of that. So, again, that just the kid in me is very excited about that. That was a very underutilized character in the movies. I mean, obviously, but to see him, in full badassery in the Mandalorian is really cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Now, what do you think that looks like? I mean, he's kind of a good guy in the Mandalorian, but he's now sitting atop of the throne of the criminal enterprise. Now, is he a heel? I mean, is he a bad guy here? I mean, what's this look like? I'm curious to see what that.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to show that he has definitely a code of honor. So I'm thinking it's probably something along that line, to where maybe he's hired to do things or something like that. So that'll be interesting. So
maybe he'll find a baby Chewbacca to take across the galaxy and fall in love with.
I like it.
We got to get him back for Life Day.
Yeah.
My God. All right. Well, we are. I think it's so. I definitely. We all agree that one of the best things by far, is TV wise, is probably all media content is the Mandalorian. So we are all three Star Wars fans. They did a great job with it. What's that?
Aside from this,
a little below the podcast, but
Yeah.
Right. Our
1A, 1B.
Our own show number one, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
As far as content, handsomeness, special effects, we are number one, probably. You're right. And
especially
Mandalorian, very, very close second.
Especially special effects. That beard on Brian is not real. It's all CGI.
Very impressive.
It's all
he's actually young. He's actually a young Asian woman. Not a lot of people know that.
Yes, it's all audio effects and visual effects. Absolutely right. All right, so we're going to take a break.
Robin does that work too. I said Robin does that work too.
Yes.
Doesn't listen to the show though. Does not listen to the show.
Won't listen to it.
Yeah. Making glasses, CGI. I mean, it's a whole thing. Yeah. All right, so we'll take a breath and come back, and we'll talk about other things besides the Mandalorian. That was some of our favorite things of 2020.
I can't make that promise, but I'll try.
All right. We'll be back.
Name? Do we even know? One of them's name is like Lumpy or Chewy or something.
I think it's Nick.
Lumpy is the name.
I think it's Nick.
Lumpy is the baby Chewbacca. You're right.
Is it Lumpy? It's something ridiculous. Like
I think
Lumpy.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do you think they went like they took Chewy
in your life?
Yeah.
I think
because I was lumpy.
Yeah.
And I felt a connection.
Because I've seen pictures of you. You know, you're a little chubby.
Lumpy.
You had a lot of hair going on up top. You know.
I lost the lump. I lost the hair, and it's all different now. But I connected.
Your grandpa was probably a little mean to you. Yeah. There we go.
No, but
the Empire ripped.
For the sake of the story,
like
say I was. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
They broke my favorite Power Ranger, and I remember how I felt,
There we go.
and I know
We
that
found it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
it's just so cruel.
Source
why?
of rage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need Wookiee porn in your life. That's what you need. Wookiee porn.
Yeah, that'll help me get over it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that weird
Actually-
the disco singer, weird video.
So good.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was
I can't think of her name, but she was a popular 70s.
Dinah Shore?
No.
No, not Dinah Shore. It's along that line.
She had disco hits or something like that. So weird.
There's a D in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, that's the weird thing too. Is like it's porn for Wookiees, but it's not of Wookiees. Like she's a human woman, and like he's
Well,
having
that's why-
some VR.